Today we're going to look at being a leader and how it's an intentional thing. You don't just accidentally fall into being a leader. It's a series of choices. It's a series of decisions that you make when no one else is looking to do the right thing. All right, being a leader isn't just easy. So first we're going to look at Isaiah. So in Isaiah 6:8, we see how one quality of a leader that we see in Isaiah is leaders rise to the occasion. So God is saying, who is there? Who can I send for me? And Isaiah, he's not just waiting. Okay, let's see who's there. Did anybody else raise their hand? Maybe that person is more qualified. No, Isaiah rose to the occasion. He said, here am I, send me. And sometimes there's an opportunity for us to serve. Or maybe the pastor asks for volunteers. And we want to, in our heart, we want to do it. But we're like, we're looking around. Who else might raise their hand? But you know what? A leader doesn't wait for someone else. A leader takes initiative. They take a stand. They rise up. A leader speaks out against injustice. A leader proclaims the truth. And sometimes it won't be popular, and sometimes you will be all alone. But like Isaiah, you make that stand. It's a decision. All right? We're going to also look at Peter. Let's look at what do we learn from Peter. Oh, well, Peter denied Christ. Yes, he did deny Christ. But you know what else Peter did? Peter rose back up after he failed. So leaders do not let failure hold them down. They recover from failures. Let me tell you that every person is going to fail. Leader or not a leader. You're going to have an opportunity to fall. But what are you going to do when you fall? Are you going to get back up? Or are you going to be like, oh, I can never face them again. You don't know what I did. Well, you know what Peter did? He denied Jesus in front of just a few people. Few people. He couldn't stand up and say, yes, I'm his disciple. But then in Acts 2, we see Peter just proclaiming the good news and standing up for Jesus in front of thousands. So, as a leader, first thing is we rise to the occasion. And second thing is we recover from failures. It doesn't mean that leaders don't make mistakes. Definitely they make mistakes, but they determine, I'm going to do better next time. And we know Philippians 3:14, what does Paul say? He says, I press on to win the prize. I press on. Paul made tons of mistakes. In fact, Paul starts off on the wrong side and he's against the Christians, but he doesn't let that keep him. I press on. So going the second mile, be the kind of leader that rises up in that moment when there's injustice, when someone needs to stand for truth, even if it's not popular, even if no one else is willing to take that step. Be that kind of leader. And second, if you have fallen, if you have made mistakes, be able to say that. You know what? I did. I messed up. Please forgive me. I'm not perfect. I'm going to do better next time. But don't let that keep you down, wallowing in self-pity, feeling sorry for yourself, or giving up. Too many leaders have given up because of failure. God says, get up again. He says, if you fall down, get up. Get up. If you fall 7 times, get up and keep going. Because there's a whole world that needs you to be the kind of leader that Jesus called you to be.